Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Pastor Bruce. Welcome to amvoice.net, One Man's Voice. Today is June 8th, 2018, and I want to talk about that loudmouth old witch that's sitting up there in the House of Representatives who's fighting to get her seat back as Speaker of the House. Yeah, that's right. Good old witch Nancy. And I have to explain something to you because I, I don't care if you don't like what I'm calling her. Okay? You have a so-called comedian, I call him hitman, come out and call Ivanka the C word. There are people out there speculating that Donald Trump has somehow beat his wife, and that's why she's not out in public anymore. And all of these other stories about the women on the Republican side of the House that make it seem as though Donald Trump is a terrible person, or these women are just not qualified for anything. Now Nancy Pelosi, the granny, the witch that's out there, what she did a couple of months ago was she said, oh, people are getting $1,000 bonus. That's crumbs. That means nothing. To a millionaire, $1,000 is nothing. And she is a millionaire. She lives in a multi-million-dollar home. I believe she has two, one out in California, one here in Washington. And so to her, $1,000 is nothing. The stock market is going up. Businesses are coming back to America. They're opening their doors, and people are being hired. And because of that, unemployment is down. And because of that, welfare is down. So Nancy says, what does that mean in my life? What does that mean in my life? Nothing if you're a millionaire. You see how out of touch she is with the American people? She's sitting there, what does that mean to me? I need a bigger paycheck. Well, she's talking about the individual. This is what the individual is saying. But that individual is now back to work making a paycheck. So now we can sit there and get the country back on its feet. And in some cases, you've seen pay has gone up for the American people. This is a bitter old witch who wanted to be in control of the House of Representatives, and she's losing that. Under her regime, they've lost over 1,000 seats to the Republicans in local races, in governorships, and in the House and Senate. They've lost. She wants to raise taxes. She wants to set up different programs that are going to force businesses back out of this country to third world countries. That's redistribution of wealth. And the thing is, what we've seen over the last couple of 8 years, 9 years, actually since Clinton passed NAFTA, is that companies have left and they have been making products at a cheaper price. There's no tariffs to bring that stuff back into the country, but yet the prices remain the same, which means companies are making billions of dollars in profit and they don't have to pay taxes on it. And so she wants the possibility of consumer confidence going up. Well, when you have lower unemployment, you have people back to work, they have money to go out there and buy things, and guess what? Consumer confidence is up. What is this woman talking about? She is outright hateful, and she continues to be hateful. Okay? And she continues to be hateful because she wants to be in control. This is a person who got power and refuses to give it up. Now, she's got something on those the congressmen out there, the House of Representatives, because they keep voting for her, even though they know she needs to go. But she calls President Trump a racist. Does a racist jump to the aid of Diamond and Silk, two black women who were being ostracized by Google or the tweeters? Huh? Does a racist commute the prison sentence of a black female, Alice Johnson? Does a racist pardon uh, posthumously a boxer for his crimes? Look at what he's doing for the black community. And we sit there and listen to the rhetoric and the lies and the stupidity of the Democrats and believe that they're right. And Donald Trump and the Republican Party are wrong. He's a racist. No, he's not. The things that he's doing is showing the lowest unemployment rate in the black community in 17 years. Go back 8 years of Obama. Lower than the 8 years of Obama. And then was it Bush? Then Clinton? He's got the lowest unemployment. And I said it before, I'll say it again. Albert Sharpton was on Black Talk Radio about New York after Clinton left the White House. And what he said on radio was that Bill Clinton lied to him, lied to the black people. Of course, they're racists. They're members of the KKK. They don't want black people being successful in this country. Yet look at the salaries of black people who are actors, sports team members, football, basketball, baseball, multi-million-dollar contracts. For the Democrats, that's so that they consider that paying their slaves. But for the rest of us, we pay them for entertainment. That's how they got away with it. That's how they got those big contracts. They weren't before, but that's for another story. So the racist is not on the Republican side. The racist is on the Democrat side. And they're racist because they're part of the KKK. They never wanted blacks to achieve anything in this country. Kim Kardashian goes to the president and asks about Alice Johnson and gets her way. Black people are starting to support President Trump for what he's doing for the black community. Then I hear Elizabeth Warren talking about how we have to pay attention to infrastructure. Under 8 years of Obama, inner cities went down. Under Democrats' control, inner cities deteriorated. Why? Because they don't want them to be anything better than what slaves. That's why, to live in slums. Listen, I believe one day we will have a lifestyle as in Star Trek. Okay? Everybody has jobs, but there's going to be, and there are problems in the future shows that we see. But people will have jobs. There won't be any money. And they go to work. The money is transferred electronically, so everybody has money. Everybody's allowed to learn how to handle their funds so that they don't exceed what they're given. And so they can go out there and do jobs, work, and go and enjoy themselves. I believe that. I believe that we're going to have a peaceful society. You know, the United Federation of Planets is just a larger scale of the United World. And what they did under the United Federation of Planets, they brought them all in under one government. Well, that's what's going to happen here in America. We are going to be under, on Earth, we're going to be under one government. Question is, who's going to run that government? George Soros has been trying to stick his nose in everything to get, and they're handing out millions of dollars to support races of Democrats to take control of everything in this country. And he's failing. Thank you. I'm glad he's failing. Nancy Pelosi is failing. Chuck Schumer's failing because they don't have the message that's needed. Let's make America great again. They tried it. for a short period of time just recently. But you can't say, let's make America great again by getting rid of Donald Trump. That's hate speech, people. Why is it that Congress can go ahead and use hate speech? Why can comedians or so-called comedians, they're hitmen, use hate speech and say, oh, it's my First Amendment right? You have to be responsible with that First Amendment right. Who's trying to divide the country? If Donald Trump is bringing more people into the workforce of all races and nationalities, if Donald Trump is making the economy better than what it was before, if Donald Trump, the Republican Party, are doing this, who then is trying to destroy this country? It is the Democrats. It's Nancy Pelosi. It's Chuck Schumer. It's Obama. It's James Comey. It's Andrew McCabe. It's the CIA director. It's Loretta Lynch. These are the power people in the country under Obama. And what's that clown's name who was before Loretta Lynch, who got impeached because he refused to do something that Congress told him to do. And he wants to, Holderman, he wants to run for president. He's a failed justice leader, and he wants to run for president of the United States. It's a joke, people. They are trying to gain power back, and we need to stop them. We need to stop people like Nancy Pelosi. She needs to leave. They're talking about the big blue wave out in California, how California is going to take control of everything. And understand California, okay? It's not Democrat versus Republican. If you can run on a Democratic Party, you can run on a Republican Party. But what happens is the top two people who gets the most votes in their sector run for whatever it is, the House, the Senate, whatever the situation might be. And what they thought that because of the sanctuary state law, because of allowing illegals to come in, because of higher gas tax, they're still paying over $4 a gallon out there for gasoline, people. And because of higher taxes that are out there, because of what they're putting on the people, they're sitting there going, yes, our socialist program out here is working. This is great. And we're going to have a blue wave. And guess what? It wasn't a wave. It really wasn't. We have Republicans up there running for offices. And I hope and I pray that California will open their eyes, see the truth, and start putting Republicans in the place of Democrats. And for those Republican seats that are up for grabs, I think it's time that the Republicans fought to take those seats and hold on to them. We need Republican control in order to do anything. We know that the Democrats, Chuck Schumer has been the part. That's why they're staying for the August recess. Chuck Schumer is the party of resistance. He's already said that. So they're not going to vote on things. They're not going to do anything. They had a chance to remove this Obamacare plan. And thanks to that Democrat in sheep's clothing, McCain, the last vote looked like Caesar out there when he stuck his arm out and threw his thumb down saying no vote. Kill it. And because of that, what happened? We're having high cost. Well, not only because of that, but the costs continue to go up on the Obamacare plan. We've gotten rid of the taxes that they've put into it. Why? Because we don't want our people paying more money in taxes. Now people don't have to have insurance. We got rid of that mandate clause. Why should a guy who's 23 years old, who's living on his own, who has his nice lifestyle, why should he pay for maternity insurance? He doesn't need it. It goes towards those who can't afford it, like illegal aliens that come into this country just to have their babies. And they only know America. This is sad. And listen, the parents broke the law to come into this country to deliver so that that baby could be an American citizen. And if he commits a crime or she commits a crime and they're deported because they're illegals, who's breaking up the family? Not the government, not the police. They're breaking themselves up because they committed a crime and they have to hide. And then once they're caught, they have to pay the price. And yes, families will be divided. How many American families are divided when husbands or boyfriends or fathers of the children are captured for committing a crime and sent off to jail and not there to help raise the family? But that's okay because the social system that's out there says you don't need a man in your house. We'll give you welfare. We'll give you food stamps. We'll help pay for your rents. Isn't that sad? It really is. That's Nancy Pelosi's world. As long as we're making millions upon millions of dollars in excessive taxes of the middle class and the rich. Oh, that's my point of view. Nancy Pelosi needs to go. Democrats need to go. People need to sit there and understand Donald Trump has done a lot of great things for this country because he's a businessman, not a lawyer. Because he supports businesses to generate business, to hire people, to give them dignity and respect for themselves by putting money in their pocket because they earned it. That's more important. So, Nancy, what does it mean in my life? Low unemployment rates? I'm retired. I don't have to, but I am certainly glad to see that unemployment is down. The American people are back to work. And there's someone in this country who loves the American people enough to work for them. Not like you, Nancy. You work for the Communist Party and for the UN. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is Pastor Bruce. That's one voice, one man's opinion. Thank you for listening. God bless and have a great day.